Today I'm showing you how you can add a form with conditional logic to your Framer website. So we're starting inside of Framer. There's this plugin called Weebly AI Forms, which allows you to embed Weebly Forms, which is an AI specifically trained to generate web forms, inside of your Framer website. So you can use an example form, but in our case, we'll just build a custom one. So we'll go ahead and dive into Weebly itself. That's the main landing page. Let's just start for free. It is more or less what you expect. So you have a prompt, you can just chat with the AI and it will build the form for you. Of course, there's a manual mode, so you can still do stuff the old way, namely manual. But let's just create a simple contact form and add some conditional logic. I need a contact form for my agency website, ask for regular contact details, but also for qualifying questions like budget and timing. Make it a single page. This is going to be a contact form embedded on a website. Make it black and white as a theme. So it's going to transcribe what I said, of course, and it's then going to prompt it, and it's going to build the form that we just described in a second, and then you'll see it pop up here. And we'll be able to further tweak it if we need to, but this is not really about tweaking the form itself more than it is about adding the conditional logic. Okay, so we can go ahead and preview this form if we just want to play around with it. So I came up with the normal questions, name, email, phone number, and company, and then a budget question with a preset dropdown and the timing. We could change those timing and budgets, but again, that's not the point of this tutorial. We want to add conditional logic. This is a lot to put on a landing page. There's quite some questions in here. So you maybe want to hide some of those questions depending on what the answer is. The most basic case is just hide, for example, budget and timing until somebody's actually provided their name, for example. So you can just specify all of these rules again to the AI and it will build that for you in logic rules. Only show the budget and the timing question if the respondent has typed in their name. So again, it's going to transcribe, hit press, and then it's going to create a logical rule for us, which will do exactly just that. So it'll avoid overwhelming the respondent with a lot of questions. So if we now go ahead in the preview again, as soon as I start typing my name, I see the budget and the timing questions pop up. If I remove my name again, it's empty. Those questions are gone. So maybe I want to do the same thing for the email and the phone number. That could also just be specified. If I have a multi-step form with multiple pages, I can skip to certain pages depending on specific answers. All of this either just specified through the AI, or if you're still old school again and you want to do this manually, there's a whole manual editor to create logical rules to do just that. So once we're happy with our form, we can just go ahead and hit publish and we'll get this URL, which will be needed in the Framer plugin. So we'll just add it here, add it to the canvas, and the plugin is going to then embed the form that we just made, and we can just drag and drop it into our Framer website. And then at this point on, there's some minor styling that you can do. So for example, the width, I could set it to fill so that it looks a bit nicer. I can now go ahead and publish this to my Framer website, have it update, and then let's have a look at what that looks like in the website itself. So maybe the font could have been adapted, so we didn't ask it to change it to the same font as the website, but it blends in rather nicely. It's this minimal, simple forms. It's more or less the same shade of gray. And as we just showed, you have this conditional logic in your Framer form, and it's also just responsive. So if I'm on mobile and I'm typing in my name, I get those nice drop downs for the budget and the timing. So this is how you build a form using AI, using Weebly.ai, and then embed it into Framer in just a couple of clicks using the Weebly AI plugin.